Hi, I want to show you how to use our smartphone application to chord up any song. What this means is you no longer need any music to chord up your favorite song with beautiful chord progressions. Just as an example, all you need to be able to do is just pick out the melody, a simple, one finger melody of the song, and we'll do the rest. Just say, for example, we want to chord up the song, the Christmas song, Holy, Holy, Holy. And all you need to do, like I said, is just pick it out with one finger at your keyboard. And you don't have to be perfect. Like I said, you can fumble around until you figure out what the melody notes are. So you really don't need any real experience to get this process done. So let me just go ahead and get started and see if we can figure out what the notes are. Okay, so once you kind of have picked out the melody and know what the notes are, you're ready to get started and turn this into something beautiful. This application currently runs on your iPhone, your iPad, your iPod Touch, and the resulting chords of your harmonization, you're able to set the chord or the genre of the song. So it works with any song genre, whether it be pop, rock, gospel, R&B. So you can kind of pick the genre of the resulting chords. And for this particular example, I'm going to set it to gospel chords, so we want to get kind of a churchy sound on this particular rendition. With this app, you'll never need to rely on sheet music again, and the resulting harmonization that you come up with will be uniquely yours. No two musicians will come up with the same result. I'm going to run this app on my iPad simply because it has a bigger screen. And the other really cool thing about this app is it's MIDI compliant. You can connect this app right up to your MIDI keyboard. And I'm using the Line 6 MIDI mobilizer. You can connect this right up to your keyboard, and you can actually hear the chords that you're working with to harmonize your song. So you can get it just right, and you can kind of hear what the result is going to sound like before you sit down and put it to practice. All you need to do is just touch the chord, and you get to hear the chord. So you can kind of create your chord sequence and go through it. And the chords that this app produces are very rich, depending on what chord groups you have set. Just take a look here. This is an E flat 6/9 sus. And we're going to switch to an E flat minor 13, flat 9, flat 5. So these chords are very rich chords depending on how you have your chord group set. So let's get started and harmonize Holy, Holy, Holy. While I'm going through this example, I'm going to focus the camera on the app as opposed to the keyboard, because we've already picked out the melody on the keyboard. So you should have written that down somewhere so you can kind of know where you are when you try to do the harmonization on the app. Let me first let you hear the result. This is the result that I came up with. Now you'll probably get something completely different depending on what chords you like, but this is the result that I came up with. Let me see if I kind of pace through it at the right tempo so you can get a feel for the flavor and what you can do with this app. Holy. Come on down. Beautiful. The first thing we do is we tell the app what the melody note is that we want to harmonize on. In this case, it's the A flat, and there are two of them, Holy. So we tell the app we want to harmonize on A flat, and you ask it for the chords. And what you're going to get back is a list of all the possible chords that you can use to harmonize on that A flat. There's probably 30, 40 chords here that you can choose. So that's why no two musicians will come up with the same result. So you're free to choose any one of these chords to harmonize that particular melody tone, depending on what kind of flavor you're looking for. You know, you may find some that you like, some that you don't like, but they're all good to harmonize on this particular A flat melody note for this song. So just for example, here is this chord. I told you all the chords are very rich. This is an A flat 7th, flat 9, sharp 9. Let's hear the chord. So if you want to use that chord to harmonize on the A flat, you simply hold it down and you can kind of create a sequence so you can hear the whole thing through as you're going through this process. So that's the first chord that we're choosing to harmonize on that note A flat. And there are actually two of them, so you know, you might not want to play this chord twice. You may want to, you know, choose one of the other ones so you can make kind of a really cute, really, you know, cool sounding kind of switch or progression there on that A flat. So here's that first one. This was an A flat 7, flat 9, sharp 9, flat 5. Add 6. That's really kind of a 13th chord, but that's the first chord. So we go back and we simply pick one of the other chords here that we like to be the next chord that we're going to play to harmonize on that A flat. So let's go ahead and pick another chord to harmonize on that A flat. And you see here that these chords, they all have different bass notes, so you're going to get, you know, a really rich sound. So let's go through here, and here, let's pick D flat major 9, add 6. That's the next chord that we want to choose. And like, just pick another one just to see kind of what you got here. That's a D diminished, add 6. I think I like the D flat major 9, add 6 better. So we want to add that to our sequence of chords. Simply hold it down, and now we've got the first two chords that we can play on that A flat. And let's hear these together. Okay. And the other thing, let me tell you, that you could do while you're kind of arranging these chords, I mean, like I said, those are the first two chords. Just by touching them in a different order, you can kind of hear them in a different sequence, and you can actually change the sequence and edit it while you're working with it, so you can get it just how you want it. In fact, we can hit edit here and kind of switch the positions of those two chords if we want it. That's just a side note, so you can see how flexible and easy this is. This is almost like your pocket arranger. Now let's move on to the next melody note. We did holy. The next melody note is a C. So let's come over here and tell it that the next melody note we want to work with is a C. The last one was an A flat. Let's come over to a C and ask it what the chords are. So now these chords that we see here, you notice they all have a C, in the melody note. That could be one right there. So let's go through here and pick one. Let's pick this G flat 7, 6, 9, flat 5. Like I said, these are very rich chords. We want that chord to be the next chord in our sequence. It could have been that one too. Like I said, every musician is going to come up with a different result. So you can just hit the chords and kind of figure out which one you like. And you see, just by listening to them, they all kind of work. So every musician is going to come up with a different result. So I just happen to like this one here. This G flat 7, 6, 9, flat 5, chord 1193 here. We have them all numbered. So I'm just going to hold this down. And now we have 3 chords here. And let's hear what we have so far. Holy. And we just repeat this process and kind of move through the melody until we have the whole song harmonized. So there's still another C that we have to hit. We did the A flat, holy, whole. And we did that one here with this G flat 7 chord. Let's just find another chord possibility that we can use to harmonize that C again. So let's go back to the same matching chords and let's just pick another chord. And let's just pick the one that we have sitting here. This is a G minor 11. Let's hear this one. And let's go ahead and include that in our sequence. Let's hold it down. And now we have a sequence of 4 chords. Let's hear what we have so far. Sounds fantastic to me. and then when you're done, you just sit down and you kind of can work with it so that you can play it yourself. Now the next melody note is an E flat. We moved from holy, holy. Okay, now we're on E flat, so we come and tell the tool here that the next melody note is going to be an E flat. And even if you don't know what the note is, you can kind of match it up by the picture. And if you happen to be looking at sheet music, you can match the note up that you have here. It's as it appears on the stats. So you really don't need to know anything about music to do this harmonization process. It's almost as if, you know, you're functioning as a writer. You're going to create this thing and you're going to hand it to someone to play. You know, I'm just saying. But okay, so the next melody note is what did we say? An E flat. What are the chord choices that we have available? And let's see here. Let's come down and let's just pick. Like I said, we have to play that E flat twice. So let's just go ahead and let's try to pick two chords, you know, right from this view. Let's just hit something here. Okay, that's an F minor 11, and from F minor 11, let's go to this A6, add 9 flat 5. Kind of, I like that. Let's add those two, 825 and 828. Let's hold this down, go back, and add number 828, A6. So yeah, we moved from an F minor 11 to an A6, add a 9 with a flat 5. So let's hear, you know, what we have so far. Okay, what's our next melody note? Let's see, where are we? Okay, our next melody note is an F. So we simply come over to the tool and say melody note. The next one is an F. And you simply ask it, what are the chords? Okay, let's see, chords. Oh, it's D flat major 9, add 6. I like that one. Let's just add it. Like I said, this is real simple to do, and you can come up with a harmonization similar to one that, you know, a professional would create, or someone with many years of music education.